The guys, we went out and rolled that car over several times through the campus. We got in a little trouble for that. Mr. Admiral, I told you about last week. I'll never forget this. Listen, it's amazing. When we wanted to do something right, nobody could get motivated. But boy, when we wanted to do something to get somebody, we suddenly became an army. So I'll never forget, one day we were going into class, and everybody said, hey, at 9:30, we're going to drop our books. At 9:30, we're all going to drop our... Did anybody ever do this? Am I the only one that ever did something like that? Okay. Well, you should try it right in church right now. Some of you might wake up. So 9:30, I don't know what's going on with my microphone today. At 9:30, all of a sudden, Mr. Admiral's up there teaching. He's got his back turned to us, and he's writing on the board. And all of a sudden, the first student's books hit the ground. Boom. Every other student, boom, 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 all over the room, about 30 students drop their books. Mr. Admiral turns around. He does not say a word. You would think that there had been silence and nothing had happened. Mr. Admiral just keeps teaching like nothing happened. So we got together after class and said, we're going to do it again tomorrow. And so the next day when we showed up for class, kids brought they brought every book. Kids were walking in with every book from their locker. They were piling it on their desk. Students who I don't think had ever brought a book to class suddenly had every book. I think they found books. They had books, Plato, Aristotle, everything. They're piling the books up on their desk. 9:30 comes. The first book hits the floor, and this time it was psychotic. People were dropping their books on the floor. I'll never forget, one guy was picking up his books and dropping them again. He dropped his about 3 times. So the whole room just was chaos. Mr. Admiral had his back to us. He turned around. Face as red as a tomato. This Dutchman had gotten mad. And he looked at us, and here's what he said. I would have thought yesterday that could be an accident. Which I immediately laughed out loud at, which is never a good response when somebody's angry. We're just going to turn this mic off instead of having that happen. Which is never a good response when that happens to laugh at somebody. When somebody's angry, if your parent's angry and getting ready to punish you, it's never a good idea to go, ha 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 ha. It's just not good. Mr. Admiral was so mad, he kept us all after class. I don't remember if we all got detentions, but he kept us all like 2 minutes late. And I don't know in school how important that break was to you, but that 4 or 5 or 6 minutes between classes was like life. So you take 2 minutes of that away, that was the longest 2 minutes in the world. We never did that again. But I said all of that to say this. It is amazing when we